Hey, We As Human, lead vocalist Justin. Hey, man, what's up?
Yeah, man. Not a whole lot. Just traveling today. How you doing?
Very good, very good. You're originally from Sandy Point, Idaho?
Sandpoint. Yeah, close. Sandy Point would be a good name, too.
Wow. I'm just
yeah, we're originally from Sandpoint, Idaho. That's where we started the band years ago. And then about 2 years ago now, we moved to Nashville.
Right. Right. I'm like looking at some of your old resumes and stuff like that. It says I have a baritone voice and I am very articulate and dynamic. And it keeps on going.
Did I say that?
Yeah, yes, and it says I can narrate a child's book with a warm fatherly tone or announce an MMA fighter.
I think you're reading from a voiceover profile that I did for a while. I was doing voiceover stuff, and I think that was. I think what you're reading from is my Voice123 account.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm reading from. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I did voiceovers for a while, and I just always kind of had that kind of radio voiceover kind of a voice, I guess. So.
Cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, in 2006, you had Until We're Dead, an indie release, and then which did very well. And then, how did it work out when you met John Cooper? And it says you handed him your CD.
I didn't personally hand him the CD. Our road manager handed him the CD. He had the band Skillet in. He was a runner for one of their shows, and he was taking them to a restaurant, and he handed John Cooper our EP that we had made back in 2008, 2009, something like that. And John took it, being the nice guy that he is. He's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll listen to it. And that night on the bus, he was more of like oh my gosh, let's see how bad this is mentality. He put it in. And he said that he loved it from track number one. He got a hold of his manager in Nashville. He's like, there's this band that I've just fallen in love with called We As Human. And his manager had heard of us. He said, well, I'll work with this band if you work with them with me. And so they got a hold of us and started a long relationship. They introduced us to our label, Atlantic Records, and we've done a ton of touring with Skillet. So we're deeply grateful for what Skillet has done for us, what John's done for us, and yeah, it's kind of a fairy tale, crazy band story, man. We're pretty fortunate.
Cool. Now, going from an indie release all the way to Atlantic, which is a major label worldwide, how much of a difference does that impact have on the band going to Atlantic?
It'd probably be easier to list all the things in our life that it didn't change. It'd probably take less time.
Right.
Our entire lives changed, man. We, the tours are bigger. We have so much more exposure now. People are starting to discover We As Human all over the world, not just here in the United States even.
Right.
We have people from Brazil writing us, and people from the UK and Ireland, and of course, the United States. And so, it's changed everything for us. We feel like the relationship that we gained with Atlantic has just been absolutely pivotal, and not only in our career but in our personal lives as well.
Right.
Because when you go through something like that, there's pretty much no part of your life that is left untouched. So.
Right. And
it's been a heck of a ride, I'll tell you that.
Right, and then you put out first you put out an EP which made it to number 27 on the Heatseeker album charts, and then you put out the full length on June 25th, which I guess exploded, and then went to number 3 on the Billboard Christian album chart and 8 on the Billboard Hard Rock chart. And is that like blow your mind?
It does. Yeah, we weren't sure what to expect when our album came out. I mean, we put our heart and soul and our everything into it, and we were just hoping and praying that people would like what the music that we created. At the end of the day, that's what you want, right? You want people to like your music and be able to relate with it. And yeah, it came out. It went right in the top 10 on iTunes. Stayed there for about a week, and yeah, exploded not only on the Christian charts but also on the mainstream rock charts. And we're really thankful for that. That's the kind of band that we were hoping that we would be, is a band that would play both in the Christian world and in the general market, and by God's grace, man, that's what we've been able to do. We really love doing that. We love watching our music cross those kind of boundaries and not just be stuck in doing one thing the rest of our lives. So we're really blown away and excited by what's happening with our album.
Right. Does it bother you that you're labeled a Christian band, or especially when the album went to number 8 on the hard rock charts?
It used to. It used to, and to be perfectly frank with you, the reason that it used to bother me when people would say that we were a Christian band is because Christian music in the last 20 years was suffered some pretty harsh scrutiny, because it was basically just ripping off everything else that was happening in the musical world and saying, oh, well, this is Christian, and it got a really bad rap for that. And I think a well-deserved bad rap. You can't plagiarize the rest of the music world and expect people to like you for it. And so there was so much negativity associated with the brand Christian rock that we didn't want any part of it. But a few years ago, we kind of really made this decision to just stand up and try to be a positive change in it and let people know that, what we the band and I are Christians for sure, but when you listen to our music, it's not going to be what you would typically expect from the quote-unquote Christian rock band. So when people ask us, like, are you guys a Christian rock band? Our answer is absolutely we are. Yeah. And we're not afraid of it or ashamed of it. We're trying to be a positive change in that genre.
Right.
And trying to make a difference, whether we can or not has yet to be determined, but it looks like we're on a good course to hopefully change the face of what is known as Christian rock anyway.
Cool. And with your popularity, you could even make YouTube videos with you underneath the covers.
Somebody has followed us. Yeah. I don't know if you should, but I do.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. That's my 3 o'clock in the morning mind right there.
Right.
What can I say?
That was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
Thanks. I'm glad I just watched Batman, and so I was really inspired, obviously.
Cool. Now, you also got to work with Flyleaf's Lacey. Was that impressive, or did it have any kind of impact?
Oh, man, yeah, I love Flyleaf since the first time I heard her sing Sick, and the woman has a scream that just gives me chill bumps, man. I love Lacey's voice. We met her, we met Lacey on our very first tour with Skillet.
Right.
Friends, and so when I admitted that we should have a female voice on Take the Bullets Away on our new record,
right,
she was the very first one that popped in my head. I just knew.
Thank you. Cutting the album and stuff, was John Cooper in the studio with you when you did everything?
John Cooper did come down to the studio for a few days with us, yes, and we worked on songs together, but that isn't when he recorded. He came in just as one of the executive producers on the album to kind of give his sign-off and approval to everything, and so we did work together on the album, but when he went in and recorded, it was after we had already been down there. Skillet was actually, they went into the studio right after we did.
Right.
And since we knew he was going to do that, and we had the same producer, and he was going to be in the same studio and everything, we just figured he'd do his part of the vocals on our songs while he's recording the Skillet record. So the new Skillet record, which is amazing, by the way,
right,
Rise, he was recording that, and then they took a day, and he stepped aside and recorded on the song Zombie on our album while he was in there.
Now you're going out on the Carnival of Madness Tour. What can people expect?
Full-on rock and roll madness, baby.
Right.
It's gonna be insane. I'm so excited about that that tour. I think I'm probably more excited about that tour than I've ever been about any tour we've ever done. I love Papa Roach, love Skillet, obviously, Shinedown. Seven Dust is going to be out on some of the dates, and in this moment, it's just going to be insane. I've been listening to all those bands and rocking out there,
cool, rocking
out to them for a while now. So, and I think some of the things that we all have planned as individual bands is going to be insane, much like the whole tour put together. So, I think fans are going to be really surprised by some of the things that they see and hear on Carnival of Madness Tour.
Cool. Now, when someone comes up to you and says, can I have your autograph? Well, what's that feeling like?
As long as I'm not related to them, it's become rather normal. And obviously love it. We enjoy it. I mean, that just means that they love us, man. That means that they like our music, and we mean enough to them that they want to take a part of us home with them, which is an autograph or a picture or a hug or whatever.
Right.
Even sometimes just coming up and talking to us and thanking us for the music that we make. That's really encouraging to us. It keeps us pumped, man. It keeps us wanting to keep doing what we're doing, because it's really hard. Life on the road is hard. But I'll tell you, when I get asked for autographs by lifelong friends or family members, that's when it's a little a little weird. It's like, man, we're related, man. You changed my diapers when I was a kid. What do you want my autograph?
Wow. Is there?
But it's all. I do it for them anyway.
Yeah. Is there anything special you ask for on your tour rider when you go out?
Not really, man. You know what? We're pretty easygoing guys. We're not the crazy rocker guys that you would imagine that people like us in our genres are. We love to have a good time, obviously, but as far as like our rider, it's stuff that would probably bore most people to death. Like we want vitamin water and veggie trays and meat trays and just stuff that's healthy. But dude, it's so gross eating on the road. Like you're at gas stations all the time, and,
right?
And you're eating dinner at 2 in the morning, where the only place to eat is like Steak and Shake or Waffle House or Denny's or something, where it's like they just fry everything. So. No, nothing really special on our rider. We have Red Bull. That's about as exciting as our rider gets.
Wow.
It's all got to be served to us by midgets, though. I don't.
That's good. So.
Yeah,
Wow.
A veggie tray, we want to lay back and have midgets feed us. So.
Cool. Well, we as Human, congratulations on the new disc. Hopefully everybody supports it. Would you like to say anything in closing to your fans?
I just hope everybody comes out to this Carnival of Madness Tour, man, and picks up our new record. We really put our heart and soul into this new album. It's just self-titled. I hope they all come see us on Facebook. And then most importantly, though, just come out to the shows. But if you really want to know what we as Humans about, you really want to see what we do, you got to come to a show. It's intense and it's fun. So I hope to see everybody out there for sure.
Cool. And how I tracked you down was through my wife, because she's a big Skillet fan, and she was, I guess, searching YouTube, and she found you, I guess on the listing and stuff, and she heard you, and she says, I got to get that CD, So, like, I got to thank her, because, without her, I would have never found you guys.
There you go. We'll tell her thank you from us as well. You obviously know how to pick a good spouse.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, it's good talking to you. Take care, brother.
Bye-bye.